Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. I'm Dr. A, and this is I Say Dr. A. Now, how is everybody doing today? I'm hoping that everybody is doing good, doing fantastic. I know I am. It's the weekend. Well, it's actually the final few hours of the weekend, and I've got to go back to work tomorrow. But I do hope that wherever you are, you're enjoying the weekend, and if you have one more day in the weekend, I hope you're enjoying that as well. So today is going to be a bit of a special day, because today I'm going to be visiting actually a question that I received in one of my classes, in one of my courses actually, and this is to do with one thing, and that is branding. So the question is, how do we make a strong brand? Now, this is a loaded question, and there are many facets to it. And as I keep on telling everybody, everything is to do with communication, and there are so many different aspects to everything that we do. But today, I'm going to break it down into something quite manageable, and I'd like to talk about one specific aspect of branding that can help you to create a strong brand. So let's go right to the first thing that we need to ask, and that is, what is a brand? Now, some of you may think, a brand, it's like Colonel Sanders' face on KFC. Could be. It's like the M for McDonald's. Could be. What else is it? Is it just the logo? Is the logo the brand? Is it the food? Is the food the brand? What exactly is the brand, and who perceives the brand? Now, these questions are so very important, because the very first thing that we need to realize about branding is that no matter how much we try to control the brand is ultimately what is perceived by other people. Not us. So if we want to say we're the best at doing something and we don't show it and other people don't know about it, then guess what? That's our brand. It's how other people perceive us. It's the whole experience when they deal with us. It's the taste inside their mouths when they eat our food, if you're in the food business. It's the quality of the learning experience if you are in the education industry, for example. So it's the whole package that other people perceive. Now, this is what we need to focus on when we talk about branding. So let's get to the first thing that I love actually when talking about branding, and that is visual branding. And when we talk about visual branding, I'd like to ask you one thing. Now, I started off by asking you the question, what is a brand? And I gave you the examples of McDonald's, for example. So you have the double arches for the M, you've got KFC, you've got Colonel Sanders' face. So that is only part of the story. The other part comes from the choices that we make when we are choosing how we portray ourselves. Now, I'm going to give you some examples. Now, again, I've just got to say that this isn't a whole course, because a whole branding course is going to take more than these few minutes of the YouTube video. But it starts off with that. Who are we? Who are you? What is the experience that you want your customer, your end user, to receive, to experience, to perceive? So, let's say, for example, if you are targeting at a younger demographic, your graphics that you choose to portray who you are, They're not going to be of old school typography, Times New Roman, perhaps deep blues, very traditional. You're going to want to break away from that, and you're going to choose something which is exciting, fun, vibrant. Let's say, for example, one of my favorite examples in the whole world, and I've said this so many times already, McDonald's. Now, when you think of McDonald's, what comes to mind when you think of McDonald's? Good food? Well, some people say junk food, but yeah, well, it depends. You can have some junk food sometimes, but generally the perception is good times, great taste. Remember that jingle? Good times, great taste at McDonald's. So with that, everything moves towards that focus. When you go to McDonald's, you have good food. It's a wholesome family experience where everybody's going to have fun. Everybody's going to have food. The kids are going to enjoy themselves. There's a playground. There's a place that you can have fun. You can play. It's a fun experience. This is a totally different dining experience that you would get if you were to go to a hotel, for example. And in the hotel, they would want to attract a different demographic, not necessarily the fun-loving, family, wholesome type of thing, but probably upper crust perhaps. So the visuals are going to be a bit more refined. They're more targeted towards that particular demographic. So again, let's go back to what is a brand. It is what is perceived by other people about you. So it's not what you know, it's what people know you know. Now let that sink in for a while. And one of the things that we've got to do is, like I said, we've got to determine who we are. What's our brand essence? Good food, good experience, fun, exciting, traditional. For example, if we were to go into my sector, which is the education sector, if I were to go and say, I would like to compare Oxford, for example, I don't know anyone in the world who doesn't know Oxford. Well, you know what I mean. And if you were to compare Oxford to perhaps our very own local Limcock University, for example, you would find that the two, they work totally differently. Oxford goes for true, traditional methods. If you were to look at Oxford, the visuals they use, pride, tradition, and all this is all packed into this idea of what Oxford is. Now Limcock Way, on the other hand, they're vibrant, they're new, they're exciting. Remember when remember King of Africa, for example, or something like that. I know that was a bit of a boo-boo, but they know what they are. They know that they're young, they know that they're vibrant, and they know that they're fun. So their branding follows through. So the question is, what is your branding? What are the values that you want to portray? What is the experience that you want your customers to have when they deal with you? And you've got to translate all this into a visual. Now, what are we going to do for the visuals? Again, this is going to be something which is going to be a bit further down the road, but I'm just going to leave you with food for thought. Again, if you are working for an organization, you're working with branding, or you are working for your own brand, think about that. Think about what is it that you want people to know about you? What is it that you want people to perceive about you? And this is where you should target your branding. That's it, ladies and gentlemen, for today. I say Dr. A, and I will see you next time.